Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of my hands apparently. Hi, Sam here. Okay, I had an idea. And it started off as a very good idea. Whether it's ended up that way, you get to decide. But I decided I wanted to do some prompts. I wanted some drawing prompts and I looked everywhere. I was thinking of getting Pictionary and these other things I found of like prompts for games and things like that. But I couldn't find anything that I really liked. So I thought I'd make my own. I thought I would have prompts for one for a character, one for the place this character would be, and then a situation this character is in. So I bought these now rather mucky blank cards. They yeah, you've really got to give the ink time to dry if you use these things. But I bought these and I was going to just write rabbit, monster, elderly gentleman, library, beach, doing your shopping. I don't know, I was just going to go something like that. And I thought, well, that's a bit boring. Here's where possibly this is all going to go wrong. I thought it'd be really a good idea to ask my kids to do it for me. And if you've watched my Inktober from last year, where I got them to write some prompts for me, you can imagine. There was lots of giggling. There was lots of sharing these cards and more giggling and looking at me and then whispering and then giggling. So I think I'm in for a rare old treat. I did ask for nothing rude and nothing political. So some of these apparently are very, very precise, which is not what I asked for, but it's what we've got. So I'm going to take a character, a place and a situation. I'm going to take them from the top and see how that goes. Are we ready for this? The character is right, okay. Keenan and Kel. It's Keenan and Kel, right? Okay then. That's what they were watching. Right, Keenan and Kel. Is that rude? Is that rude? In between David Hasselhoff's pecs. I mean, I'm nowhere near monetized, so I don't suppose it matters, but okay. I'm now scared. I am now scared. So we've got Keenan and Kel in between David Hasselhoff's breasts. Pecs. I don't think they took this too seriously. Or they took it way too seriously. And what are they doing in between the Hasselhoff pecs? Oh no. Oh. They're partying with Jesus. I apologise to just everyone. Ever. I think there's a possibility we've insulted most people. So there we go. Love a bit of Keenan and Kel. Love me some Hasselhoff. And who doesn't want to party with Jesus? You know, this is gonna go well. This was a stupid idea of mine, really, but oh, okay. So I feel like I have some explaining to do on the prompts and what you're looking at right now, the subject matter. But let's procrastinate from that and talk about what I'm doing first, shall we? I decided I've been faffing around with Procreate. I've had it on my iPad for ages and kept looking at it and pulling it up and not doing anything because it looked terrifying. And I watched a little bit of Skillshare here and there. Hashtag obviously not sponsored because I'm a teeny tiny fish, but there you go. But yeah, I've been watching some very nice people on Skillshare and prodding at it, and I started drawing this on it because I was going to do it in markers. I was thinking markers, but I started doing this, and then I just sat there in front of the telly and doing this. So I thought, okay, well, I'll do it properly, or my version of properly, and record it. And yes, I have recorded it the wrong way round. And yes, I am annoyed about that. So that's happened. Next time, if I decided to do this, this Procreate business again, I will endeavour to record it in landscape. I guess I just needed to turn the thing around. You try things and you learn. I think that's fair. But anyway, that is why we're doing a bit of digital art, just because I've been faffing about with it and this seemed to match the silliness. So to the silliness, yes. It took me okay, Keenan and Kel makes sense. They like a bit of Keenan and Kel. They were watching it at the time. Okay. Hasselhoff's pecs. Yeah, it did actually take me a couple of minutes to realise what this is my daughter's, to realise what she was going on about. And it's on SpongeBob, where he rides the Hasselhoff and then gets catapulted from between the Hasselhoff pecs to go back underwater. So that's a thing, and his pecs turn into these weird square things and squeeze SpongeBob underwater. So that's what was going on there. Partying with Jesus. We are not religious people, just to put it out there. But if you are, then it brings you joy in your life. It's brilliant. But we're not. But we like a bit of party time, Jesus. He just seems like he's having fun at that stage. I don't know what else to say that won't get me things catapulted at me. But there you go. My daughter has a book called Dancing with Jesus, which is great, and yes, I did buy it for her, and that's what she was thinking anyway. So there's the prompts. I was doing this in front of my daughter, who knew exactly what she wanted from this. So she wanted Jesus sitting on the Hasselhoff's shoulder. I was going to put him with Keenan and Kel, but I think this works out quite well. They are drinking what I'm sure is non-alcoholic. It's supposed to be beer, but it kind of looks like a test tube. I did bubbles coming out of it thinking, oh, that'll make it look like beer. It didn't really, did it? It does look like a test tube, but we'll just ignore that. And I can't do faces. I can't draw people. I'm doing my best, but still. So I got this photo of Keenan and Kel. They kind of look in the photo like they're enjoying themselves, but I don't know if that translates. So I did my best. People. So there's Keenan and Kel getting ready to be catapulted to wherever they would like, I suppose. By the Hasselhoff's magic pecs, and there is Jesus. I could not figure out which way around his hand should go. I was trying to figure it out, and I think I ended up just not bothering with hands. They just round blobby things. But I attempted a thumb. You've got to give me that. But I'm sure that is again non-alcoholic champagne that he's drinking. So that happened. I've been learning a lot of things just from doing this, just from trying, from how to record it to how to actually use Premiere. He's supposed to be wearing a hat. He's wearing a hat in the photo I have, but the hat is black. Maybe I should have done like grey or something, but it just looks like his hair. And he has a party hat on because, partying with Jesus, you need a party hat. So that didn't work out quite the way I meant. But anyway, you don't have to go. I thought this would be quicker. Did I say I was going to use markers or maybe watercolours or whatever? But I thought, because you can just drag and drop the colours and it fills the whole thing in. There's a nipple. We're looking at a nipple. That's a Hasselhoff nipple right there. Anyway, so I thought this would be quicker, but look, you have to go in, and it's amazing that you can do this, but I ended up so trying to straighten lines and make them similar. I'm using the wrong pen. I'm using the Studio pen, so I don't know if that's the right one to use. But that's the one I'm using. because it worked the best for me. I'm getting there. I am getting there. More Skillshare is needed, I think. But look, you can just drop the colours in there, and it's really weird if you make a mistake and drop it on the black line, because the whole thing, look, it just went red. It's really weird and kind of therapeutic to just sit there dropping these colours down. And then you have to go in really, really close and do these little details, and that's quite fun as well. But it took me, I think this took about 3-4 hours, I don't know, with me faffing about. And what you can see in the background there is the background to this picture. And I tried to record it, but my iPad was having none of it and stopped recording. So you don't get to see that, but it's just me faffing around and doing squiggly lines and colouring them in. But that was quite fun. But it's this little bits of going up and just straightening up these lines, and that's what takes the time. But I enjoyed it. And you can just sit in front of the telly. I had no idea what to do with his shirt, because this is like, he's got a shirt with wide lapels over his grey suit, and I could not figure out how to do it. So that's what you've got. Colouring in Jesus here, and yes, he would be this colour. I'm just going out and I'm saying it from where he was born. He would be that colour, and I'm leaving it at that. Okay. And this smiley. Quite proud of his beard. The way his beard goes into his hair. I'm quite proud of that. And his champagne glass. There you go, just tidying that up a bit. But they kind of look happy. I think Keenan looks a little. The photo I had he had this smile that was kind of like oop kind of smile, but he looks more shocked in this. I mean, he is stuffed with his friend in the Hasselhoff's pecs, so I suppose so. Ears are problematic for me, I'm finding as well. What do you do with an ear? They're so weird, and when you look at them, it doesn't look like they're supposed to be swirly like they are. Anyone else find that? When you actually look at an ear and you think, how? I understand the concept of capturing sound and stuff, but still, it's a bit weird. Anyway, this is what I'm going round the shading. This is all pretty much shading now. So I did the outline, and then I did the block colours. We do change the Hoff's colour in a bit, because he's a very tanned man. He's awfully bronze, is the Hoff. So I do bronze him up a bit in a little while, and then have to go around and do all this again. But yeah, it's all the shading and going around things. I know you can do, and possibly I should have, where you put a layer underneath the layer you've put your outline on, and colour it on that. Here's me trying to find his colour. I think that's a bit too orange, a bit too yellow. I think I settle on a good Hoff colour in the end. But yeah, and you can do the layer underneath. So you colour it in, and if you go over the line, it doesn't matter because the outline is above it, if that makes sense. I may have a go at that another time. I've done it before and it does work. I don't know why I didn't do it on this one. I think I was doing like little GIFs before, and I got just layers get confusing. So I tried to do it all on one layer and didn't manage it, and faffed about with different layers, especially for what is coming, the chest hair. Oh, you can't have the Hoff without the chest hair. But that did make it a bit harder. Like here, I really have to be careful going around the black outline, because I'd go over it. If I'd done it on the layer underneath, I would have it would have been much easier. So that's something I may try next time, to do a different layer for the colouring. Yeah, little shine in their eyes. I did forget to put the shine in the Hoff's eyes, which was very remiss of me, because it's the Hoff. Shiny eyes are a must. But I have put that in now, so I've put his little shiny eyes in. Oh, and if you have to make it zoom in and out, you put your 2 fingers on it and squeeze, or separate, basically. And if you do it wrong, you just put a line on. And I kept finding all these little spots where my finger had accidentally touched. Again, just things doing this, you learn. I have to set it up so only the pen, the Apple Pen, does anything. and then it won't matter if I accidentally touch the screen in the wrong way. I've already done his chest hair. When did I do his chest hair? I missed the chest hair section. I tried to copy and paste chest hair as well, because, oh, that took me an age. I just keep getting flashes of nipples. Very strange. But yeah, I'm learning. I think it's good to just start, you know, watch some people doing it, find out a few ideas of how you do different stuff, but then you just start and you faff about with the thing until you start making something that vaguely looks like what you wanted. I'm just kind of, what am I doing? I think I'm just rotating him around. He just looks like I'm rotating him right now. Oh dear. But yeah, I think I'm getting there. Just trying to do his shading. And did I say earlier? I can't remember. I started recording this and then lovely Premiere Pro decided to die on me and lost everything I recorded. So I might repeat myself, but I didn't realise, like, I'm shading now, but I didn't save the shade colour. So I'd come back and I couldn't get the same shade, and it was so annoying. All you do is you touch on the screen with your finger the colour that you want for a couple of seconds, and then you have that colour. It was a game changer at the end where I just go round and sort of tidy it up a bit. But I wish I'd known that earlier. I really do. We're just like zooming in on his different bits here, aren't we? Going around his hair here. That was dainty work, but again, it's quite a therapeutic way of doing this. I still like having something physical. I can print this off, yes. So you can print your picture off, but I do like having that physical thing in my hand, and the paintbrush and the pen and all the rest of it. But this is definitely a viable alternative. The way you can just press that backup button. Oh, to have a backup button in real life, wouldn't that be amazing? All of those stupid things you do in life. Oh, never mind, just press that backup button a couple of times and you're back to the beginning and nobody knows that you did it. But alas, does not exist in real life. Not real art, you can't have a rubber, fine, but not really. Once you've done certain things, you can't go back. But this you can. So I do like that. Here we are, just shading in the butt. The shading took the time, because I can't figure out how to just block colour this stuff. I mean, to actually do the initial colour, you just pull the colour from the little circle on the top right hand corner and you drop it there. It's great. But this, you have to go in there, and I'm still getting used to where are the creases, where would the shading be. This is material, so it would kind of be wobbly, so I did wobbly lines and stuff. I don't know, and it would be all creasy around his knees, I guess. So that's a thing that's happening, and in the end I went for it. I'd stopped being so careful and doing these itty bitty little lines. I went for it and did more shading, and I think it's okay, because when you're close up that looks huge, but of course you pull away and it's smaller. Welcome to my channel where I say obvious stuff a lot, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Did I mention the belly button? I can't remember. The belly button, the little swirl, was just like a placeholder for when I figured out how to do belly buttons, but I just kind of left it there and shaded it a bit, and I quite liked it. Last bit of shading. Just shading Jesus here, trying to get some folds in, trying to get some semblance of this is material that I have drawn. And it is annoying going over that black line. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm going to try and colour on the layer underneath next time, I think. I think that would be good. But yeah, all we need to do is legs and stuff. I attempted knees as well. Are they not knees? What are they? God, he's got long legs, hasn't he? His knees would be there. What have I done with his legs? I don't know. He's got long legs. Let's just put it there. But anyway, I enjoyed this. I did. It's interesting. I'm not sure it's exactly what my kids were meaning, but it's what they've got. What do you think? Are you still there? Did I lose you at party time, Jesus? I hope not. If you're still there, I dare you, put Party Time Jesus in the comments. Go on. Just stick it in there. let's see how many people are willing. Anyway, oh dear. Oh, I'm giving him a bit of crease, bit of laughter lines, you know, a bit of a character in his face. Or I'm trying anyway. I think the tongue shouldn't have been so red. I was thinking maybe the inside of his mouth should have been red and his tongue should have been. I don't know. Looking at that, that's quite the red tongue. But I think it's all right. Maybe I should have given him red wine. That would have made more sense. Non-alcoholic though, I'm sure. But anyway, this is what I did with these prompts. I think I gave them 20 cards, so they had 10 cards each of each one. So we got 20 character, 20 place, and 20 situations. So that's 19 more of these babies. Shall I have another go at digital art? I'd like to. I quite enjoyed it. I'd like to get better at it. Maybe I'll pick and see what medium I want to use. But anyway, almost finished. I've done their party hats. I've done shading. I'm trying to shade around hair. I'm trying new things. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope this is all right. Here is the finished thing. Please like and subscribe. And I will see you next time for whatever weird stuff we get up to. Bye.